over some of the planning responsibilities for this year's gala.
Anything I can do to make it easier on you.
Oh great, more hairstyles for the internet to enjoy. This episode was about Discord not being Fluttershy's +1 for the Grand Galloping Gala. Fluttershy brings in this new pony that the internet will probably be drawing shamelessly for the next few weeks, Treehugger. Discord is jealous because of his not so great understanding of friendship, being that you can have friends with more than one person or pony or whatever she is. Throughout watching this episode, all I thought was Griffin the Brush Off, where Pinkie Pie was the one being jealous, but in that case she was trying to make friends with Gilda rather than make others jealous. It also works a lot better here because Discord doesn't really have a true understanding of friendship. This is also a true first episode centered all around Discord, and it shows. Every reference, every fourth wall, every bit of commodity screams Discord. Having every pony bounce off of him in different ways was just great. It's also nice to see what Discord does when he gets upset. You know, other than try to put ponies that he doesn't like in other dimensions. It also makes him more relatable in some way. It's not really diving into his character, but more into his lifestyle in general. I will have to say that I feel like the lesson was a bit rushed. I don't think that this was a bad lesson. In fact, it's a lesson that not every cartoon touches upon with such depth. But I feel like if I didn't hear it the first second that it was shown, I would just miss it entirely. We also get so much continuity that once Silverquill gets to this episode, his continuity button will break into billions of pieces. We have Pinkie and Ma, the Tuesday tea parties we heard so much about, the overly emotional reveal with Applejack, how close the CMC are with their actual sisters or their sister figures, and one that I don't think a lot of people are going to notice, really. Celestia's sick sense of humor. In the episode Castlemania, Twilight reads all about the sick, twisted little booby traps in the castle that Celestia and Luna used to play around with. Here, we see that she still retains that sick sense of humor from all those years ago, since she knew Discord was going to cause some kind of trouble. The Smooze was a nice addition. Discord acting the way that he does is still fairly in character to every pony else. I also like how the Smooze was designed in comparison to the old design, but I can't help but feel that this character was just so bland. Here we are centered around Discord so much, and every pony else, that Smooze was more of a background character. Of course, that might be the genius of it all. Since Discord is pushing Smooze out of the way to the side, we also get pushed to the side, or it just feels like it. The addition of the CMC, while not completely out of nowhere or condemning the episode, the points where they were on screen, my ears started to bleed. Make it stop! Now, let's go to Treehugger. Being that the flower child age has gone and passed into our great-grandparents, grandparents, or even your parents if you're lucky. As soon as I heard her name, I knew what kind of character we were going to get. She was going to be mellow, she was going to be very hippie, and very, very, very stoned. No, really, what is she on? Is there like a marijuana version for horses? Kind of like catnip is for cats? I felt like this was going back to the Lauren Faust era of subtlety. Though keep in mind that some of the projects she's worked on, she didn't have a lot of creative contribution. Also a reason why I don't focus on writers. Treehugger just doesn't rub me the way that others might be rubbed by her.
And that's not a joke for the internet to enjoy.
The hippie character overall just makes me groan because there are so very few times where that character trope is enjoyable. With that being said, the dialogue between Discord and Treehugger is probably my second favorite of the interactions I have seen, the first being Pinkie Pie. I don't always play Metal Gear Solid, but when I do, it's off of some pony else's account. Visually, this episode is everywhere. The Smooze looks like a booger, but you can't really ask for much when basically that's what it was to begin with. Treehugger's design is exactly what I thought it would be. Dreadlocks, green, has a bandana, all things I would expect from a character called Treehugger. Also, has any pony else noticed how much more detail the animators are going into the background ponies? I mean, the first time we were at the Triple G, every pony was pretty much exactly the same, but with different color schemes. Now, here we can actually see other pony designs, mane styles, and colors for ponies that make them more individualized. As for the visual gags, I love every bit of it, especially the other dimension that Discord lives in. It's so lively and everywhere. I just feel like it was just mirroring Discord so well as matching the magic that Tirek took from him. But wait, does that mean all creatures from this dimension have similar abilities? It's probably going to be like the whole dark magic we saw in the Crystal Empire, glossed over and never mentioned again. I will also say that the dresses and fashion in this episode was really unique to prior seasons. The first season of fashion for MLP was literal, simple, and very on the nose. Now we have progression of different styles throughout the season, although I will also note that some of these are still pretty on the nose. Overall, I really liked this episode a lot, with being the funniest episode to me this far in the comedic spectrum. The music was very nice, it was pretty to look at, and the new characters, though coming straight out of left field, was a nice addition to this episode. I found myself smiling throughout this entire episode, with each gag, every reference, even the chores that Discord does is rather enjoyable to see. I do feel that the moral was a bit rushed, but it's almost forgivable since the journey coming up to it was so well written. The only thing that would make this episode perfect would be something from Pinkie Pie talking about her experience with Gilda, and a horrible misread of what she was trying to say from Discord. Also, no, I don't think that this was a Fluttercord episode based off that one line. I shipped Pinkie Pie and that cult in the corner more than I shipped Fluttershy and Discord. This has been your future evil overlord, Crimson Glow, and I promise that Appaloosa's Most Wanted is coming soon. I swear!